A great action figure collection, multiple scales are a must. And hey, I'm one to play by that action figure collector's rulebook. Welcome back to the Nerd Cave. My name is Travis, and on this episode of Save Toys, we're going to be talking about a group of action figures that just don't get enough love from the action figure community. Those tall scaled action figures. And I'll be showing you my personal collection today on Save Toys. In my collection, you'll find many different scale action figures. I collect everything from the smallest to the largest I can get my hands on. And there's a reason for that. You don't want to be stuck with the same scale action figure for everything. You want some contrast. A couple weeks ago we talked about Marvel Legends versus Marvel Selects. And Marvel Legends is typically a 6-inch scale action figure. Marvel Selects is a 7-inch. That can work into your favor. Let me give you an example. Let's take a Spider-Man action figure from Marvel Legends. Put him with maybe a Marvel Selects Venom, which is a larger scale action figure. But he was larger in the comics. It gives you great photo options. Also, you want some variety in your collection. And you know what they say, variety is the spice of life. Now, today on Save Toys, we're going to be talking about my larger scale action figures. But before we head over to the review booth and do that, I want to say a special Save Toys thank you to a guy that's very important to this channel. His name is Gerald Myers. He actually contributed one of these action figures we're getting ready to talk about years ago before Save Toys was even thought about. So to you, Gerald Myers, you're a special friend of Save Toys. Thank you for all you've done for us. So this is my tall scale action figure collection. It's very obvious I don't have that many of them, but I think they're important, the ones that I do have. And I've got them all here together in the frame, and you can note that they range anywhere from 8 inches to 12 inches. So what I'm going to do is, to make it easier to see each figure individually, I'm just going to leave one in the frame at a time. And I think I'm going to start with my astonishing X-Men Wolverine blue and gold suit. So let's get these moved out of the frame real quick. Now, this is not my favorite Wolverine costume, but I still think this is a good action figure. It's got great shading on the suit there, and of course Marvel Legends is always good with detail. The claws, do I need to say anything? Let's move on. This was back in the time when Marvel Legends had a lot of pack-ins. They even had some good stuff for their 12-inch line. As you can tell, we've got a Wolverine graphic novel. I like the artwork on the box. Kind of looks like a stone museum display. Got a window up top so you can kind of look down at the action figure and just, as I've done, keep it in the box all these years. So that's my astonishing blue and yellow costume Wolverine. Let's move on. Next we have my brown suit classic Wolverine icons. It's kind of unique. It's the astonishing X-Men suit, but with the classic coloration, the brown and the gold, yellow, whatever you want to say. And I didn't know if this was actually in the comics that he wore this variant. Let me know in the comments, and I'd love to see that. I love this one better than the one previously because I do have a natural tendency to like this costume over the yellow and the blue. We'll still have some of the same issues with the claws, but overall, great figure with the shading. Great story behind this figure. As I was saying earlier, Gerald Myers is a friend of mine from my hometown, and years ago when I wanted this action figure, it was at a Toys R Us an hour away. And I called them in the beginning of the week and said, hey, can you hold this figure for me? And they said they could only hold him for 24 hours at a time. So I called every single day that week to get them to re-hold this action figure for me. And Gerald Myers went and picked it up for me on the end of that week and so graciously got it for me. And I really appreciate that, Gerald. This has always been a treasure in my collection over the years. And I'll forever be grateful to you for it. Now this is my 8-inch Unleashed Marvel Legends Black Suit Spider-Man. And this is my favorite suit that Spider-Man wore. He wore it, you know, that's where the Venom character came from, as you know. But also, after Eddie Brock got the Venom symbiote, Peter Parker actually made a duplicate suit that was actually just a suit, not an alien, that he wore in several comics. One thing I'll note about this action figure, to be a Spider-Man, it's not as articulated as I would like it to be. But the reason why this is my Spider-Man in my collection is I love the proportions. I think they did a really good job with the proportions on this suit. Look at the little black dot right there on his gloves there. And it came with a light pole stand and some webbing, typical for Marvel Legends at the time to give you those extra pack-ins. And it's just a great figure. I mean, look at that spider. There's, if I can get that in focus. Yes. And I keep him displayed, one of my displays in my house. And, you know, I've thought about getting another black suit Spider-Man, but why? I've already got the best. This is a recent pickup I bought off eBay. It's the vintage Wolverine Deluxe Wolverine Classic Brown suit figure, 10-inch. And I just love vintage stuff, and I've always loved the brown suit Wolverine. And the thing that kind of drew me to this is that, you know, I thought it was supposed to be modeled after the 91 Wolverine, which is my favorite action figure of all time. But as you can see, the build on it is more accustomed to the 92 Tiger Stripe that I got right here. So it's interesting to have the Tiger Stripe build, you know, with the shoulder pads and everything, with the classic suit colors on it. You can even tell it's got the gun that came with the 92 Tiger Stripe Wolverine as an accessory for this figure, packed in with this one. So it was kind of a mixture, and I just thought it was an interesting piece. Look. You can even still see the KB Toys price tag on it. I picked it up off of eBay just for this channel, and it's one that I'm really pleased with in my collection. That's another episode of Save Toys. Thank you again for how you join me here every week to share my love and passion for action figures. We've got a great community here. We're up to 35 subscribers on our YouTube channel, and I appreciate every one of you guys. You help make this channel a success. For any of you that are new joining the channel today, like, subscribe, and hit that little YouTube bell. That way you can be notified whenever we upload videos. I try to upload something at least once a week. We also have Save Toys Facebook, where we have a whole community over there where I do devotions, talk about action figures, do articles for maybe the character of the action figure I'm covering that week. We also do prayer if you need prayer for anything like that. Anyway, Merry Christmas, and if you like it, collect it.